on site to me. So me and my son were jumping up and down and like going mental.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it was a fabulously taken goal, a superb goal, and like I say, on the balance of play for the second half, you can't say we didn't deserve to win that game because we'd done enough to free by then.
I think we need to just say something about Bentancur. What do you reckon on his performance?
Well, he's a gorgeous footballer, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he's beginning to really show. I mean, obviously, both him and Kulusevski have made a huge impact since they've come in, so it's not really a surprise. I think Kulusevski has stolen the headlines a little bit, and obviously we've missed him while he's been out, and that's probably underlined his importance. But Bentancur is he's developing a really, really nice relationship with Højbjerg. I think they really do work well together, and I think Højbjerg is described in less than flattering terms by 99% of Spurs Twitter, at least. But his industry does allow Bentancur to have a bit of space and a bit of time, and I think he picks a beautiful pass. And obviously he scored at the weekend as well. That was a vital goal.
That's silky as well, that finish, wasn't it? It was just absolutely sublime. I just think, I mean, I don't know if you saw Conte's press conference. I watched it today, and he was just saying that he feels that Bentancur has got everything to be one of the world's elite players. He said he's not quite there yet. It depends on how much he wants it. But you can see that the way that he controls games, the way that he can impose himself on games, the way that he's now become, dare I say it, our replacement for Dembele.
Yeah. Well, it's not the first time I've heard that comparison. And although I have always shied away from it before, I'm beginning to agree. I think he has he's definitely got the skill, but I think he has the potential to be that player that we build that first team around.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to him being out for 6 months with a calf strain in the next weeks, because as soon as somebody gets that important, you know what fucking happens to them.
Yeah. Ritch, how far can we go in the Champions League?
Realistically, I wouldn't be surprised if we were semi-finalists. Yes, depends who we get in the draw, doesn't it? We're going to
6 games to the final.
Yeah, and we don't start. They don't start again until February, do they?
No,
so
exactly. We'd have bought new players by then as well.
This is the question. Is that I guess it's impossible to tell really that without seeing who has a long World Cup and who has a short World Cup, without knowing whether or not Son is going to come back as a fit and rested player after his surgery and his time away, or whether or not it's going to affect him going forward. But like you say, we're expecting more additions in January. Conte's already expressed, the fact that, he has told the club, what was it that he said? His choice of words was that I don't need to tell the club anymore which players we need. Reading between the lines there, they've obviously had a lot of in-depth discussion. I guess it's going to be a funny thing trying to bring players in immediately after a World Cup, because anybody that's played half decently is going to be twice the price. But it's plucking things out of the air at the moment, isn't it? Because February Spurs is going to be very different to today's Spurs. Hopefully. Away. But then again, they still have this schedule that's going to continue to be insane throughout the season. Yeah. So, I guess if we get a good draw in the next round and we get through it,
Bruges would be nice.
Yeah. You could see them possibly putting the eggs in that basket.
Yeah. I think it's the best chance for a big trophy. I don't see why not. We don't see why we can't go far anyway.
No, I don't. And we're not going to win the Premier League. We've also got to get past Man City and Liverpool to win either of the domestic cups, and I know the Champions League isn't going to be easier than beating either of those two teams at home, but we can't take either of those for granted as an alternative priority, is what I mean. and so why not? I mean, if we are looking to re-establish ourselves as a big seeded club in Europe, we've got to throw everything at it. And in that light, I would say that at the very least they should be expecting to be in the semi-final.
So talking about big seeded clubs in Europe, we play one of them on the weekend, playing Liverpool. We've got some major injury doubts. Obviously, Kulusevski might be back, but we've got Son out, Ritchie out, Romero out. Some doubts over Bentancur. How do you think this one is going to pan out, Rich?
It's going to be hard, isn't it? Kulusevski's apparently had half a training session today.
Yeah.
So that's encouraging. I think he's also said that Lucas Moura is experiencing a lot of muscle pain at the moment, so he doesn't know if he's going to be available. Whether that's a good thing or not, that's a matter of. So we're really down to the fucking bare bones of it. I mean, Liverpool will be delighted that Son, won't they? Because they hate him.
Yeah. I think we're going to go 3-5-2. Personally, I think that makes sense. If Kulusevski's back, maybe him up front. Yeah. With Kane. But I think we need to sort of pack that midfield a bit more. So I think that would make sense. But we really are down to the bare bones. And you could see in Conte's press conference, he was pretty much sort of chuckling to himself, like, we just got to somehow manage these next 3 games.
Yeah, exactly. What has he said? Oh, we have to start with a smile or something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going on the weekend, Rich?
No, I won't be. My current health means that I don't have I just don't have stamina to make it to Tottenham and back in a day.
No. Yeah.
So I will be sitting at home on my little boat, quietly panicking on my own.
Well, I'd like to be there with you with a pint, and we can enjoy it. But
Yeah. So, I mean, are you there or?
I'm considering it. I've got a ticket, and if I feel good enough, I probably will go. As it's been the first game for a long while, so me and my son might just go for a nice sort of easy one. Not expecting much, to be quite honest with you, but it'd be nice just to get a day out.
Well, yeah. I mean, I always go into these games optimistic. I mean, me. I don't like to start off with a negative mindset, and I've been surprised before. Last year when we had this same fixture, we were threadbare. We were only a month into Conte's reign, I think, at the time, weren't we? It was in, if I remember rightly. Everybody was expecting a pasting on that night, and actually we stood up to them and came away with a respectable point. So, I would be happy with that.
So in that case, then, should we do predictions?
I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't have another 2-2 draw.
Yeah, a nice Desmond.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm going to be the harbinger of doom, and I'm going to say we're going to get beat 2-1.
Well, so 4-0 or something, that'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll take that. But I'll take a draw. I mean, I can see a draw. I mean, I think we could do all right with that. But I think we've got so many injuries, and they're coming into a bit of form. So I'm a little worried on that. But again, if we got a draw, and then in the final game of the season we got a win against Leeds, I'll take that.
Yeah, we've got them. We've got Leeds, and we've got Forest in the League Cup, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's they keep coming, don't they? I think Leeds will be a bit of a dirty game. I know that's a bit of a cliche with them, but I mean, they're not doing particularly well, are they? So they're not going to come and play football.
No. Well, we'll worry about that one a bit later. So we'll wrap this up, mate. And thank you for joining tonight. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's nice to see you, and a more positive podcast than it looked after an hour, or at half time anyway.
Absolutely. We've been the Versailles Spurs Pubcast. Thank you, and don't forget to rate us and subscribe. And come on, you Spurs!
Come on, you Spurs!